Welcome to the Moments with an MEO podcast. Our mission is to empower and inspire military spouse entrepreneurs to dream big and chase their goals through educational resources and storytelling. I'm Britt. I'm an Air Force wife, a dog mom, and a business coach. My business bestie and I created MEO to describe the unique individuals who are juggling military life and entrepreneurship at the same time. In season 3, you'll hear me ask every single guest what they're learning right now to inspire you to keep learning and keep growing, no matter where you are in your journey. You're gonna hear inspirational stories of heartbreak and triumph, and you're going to be inspired. And I can't wait.
Hey friends, this is Catherine and I own and operate Love Catherine Noel. We specialize in custom stickers and accessories for the military and first responder community. And I'm so excited to have partnered with Britt to bring you all t-shirts for season 3 of Moments with an MEO. So these will be available for a limited time only from October 15th to October 31st for pre-order. And they're set to ship around the end of November. So head on over to lovekatherinenoel.com and you can find the shirts under the Moments with an MEO podcast tab. And I hope that you love these just as much as Britt and I do.
Hey guys, welcome to the very first Solosode of season 3. You can expect these once a week, coupled with a guest episode every week as well. Today, I want to touch upon something that Jen said in her interview that really sparked an internal conversation with me. She was talking about how both of her parents grew up very hardworking entrepreneurs, and it got me thinking about my own dad. My dad was not an entrepreneur until later in life, but his whole life, as far as when I met him when I was 2, he has worked 60 to 80-hour weeks. He has worked multiple full-time jobs at a time in order to provide for his family. And while as an adult looking back, I can reflect on that and be, so impressed and inspired by his dedication and his hard work, I also realize that in the moment, I was very resentful of his hard work. As a kid, I never, ever wanted that to be my life. I never wanted to be so consumed in work that it took away from family time or it took away from time with my future kids. And that was a really big deal for me. In the moment, and even when I started my own corporate journey, I was very cautious about taking my work home with me. It was a big deal that I worked a 9 to 5, and at 5 o'clock, I turned my brain off of work and went home. Now, obviously, this is something that's unrealistic sometimes as an entrepreneur, which only sparked further internal dialogue with myself last week. Depending on where you are in life, what makes sense for you, what you want to be doing, how you feel when you do those things, I don't think it should matter either way. I mean, every business is different. Your life is much different than mine. Your family is much different than mine. And so I think everybody's going to come into this with different priorities and different visions. If I slowed down starting today and I just slowed down, would that mean slower success? Probably. Would that mean I would never achieve the same level of success? Probably not. I would eventually get there. So for me, I'm like, well, it doesn't matter if I hustle or rest right now. These 5 hours are not going to make or break my business. So when you're looking at hustle versus rest, I want you to consider a couple of things. And I'm not going to know the answers to these. When my clients ask me, how much time should I spend on my business? I'm like, I don't know. What does your schedule look like? How much time do you want to spend on your business? It's not always easy to see posts that say, oh, I only work 4 hours a week, but my business brings in 6 figures. Like, okay, like, so you hire a bunch of people, you're not actually making 6 figures because your business brings it in and more than half of it goes to people who are actually doing stuff for you, right? It's not like working 3 hours a week brings in 50K an hour. Like, that's not how that works. So when you're looking at hustle versus rest, there's a couple things that you should ask yourself to figure out. This is what I ask my clients in one-on-one meetings with them when it comes down to how much time should I be spending in my business and how much time should I be spending with my family. The first question is, what's more important to you right now? What's more important to you right now? For some, it's the business, and that's okay. It is okay to say that your business right now is a higher priority, is more important than the time you could be spending with your family. Maybe your family's in school and you're not actually able to spend time with them for 8 hours a day. Maybe you only have a husband and your husband's pretty chill and doesn't mind if you spend a lot of extra time on your business right now. That's where I'm at. In fact, the other half of my office space is Nick's video game space. So he can sit here and play video games when I'm not recording or in meetings. And we feel connected because we're in the same space, even though I'm working on my business and he's working on Call of Duty. What would you love to see? What is your dream day? If you had a dream day of this is what I did, what would that look like? Would it look like an hour or less of business work a day? Would it look like a full day of working on your business? Again, no right or wrong answer, no judgment, but what does your ideal day look like? Now we need to figure out, once you've got those things down, your schedule now to your dream day. What's different? In order to go up, in order to know how much we're going to make, in order to know, okay, this is what I want to do, you have to know what's going to break even. How are you going to make that $5? How are you going to make that $5,000? And what does that look like? What kind of time commitment are you looking at? $5 in a month, does that look like an hour? So 20 minutes a week? What does it look like to break even? Once you've plugged that in, it's time to see, does my schedule have enough space to accommodate more? You cannot sustain yourself, your family, your business, your relationships, your clients if you are only sleeping 4 hours a day, constantly working, always in go, go, go mode. You're going to burn out. So make sure in your schedule you've put in times of rest and times of fun. If going to the gym is fun for you, if that is your stress relief, plug that in. But if the gym is just something that you consider an obligation, I have to do this for my body, or I have to do this because my husband does it and we do it together, but it's not something that actually brings you a lot of joy, be honest with yourself. And don't put that down as rest if it's not actually rest. I hope that you're just thinking about this and going, man, what am I like? How can I have more funness? Or maybe how can I hustle more? And there's no right or wrong answer to that. Maybe you're like, man, you know what? My priority is my family. And I haven't been making that a priority. And maybe now you will. I don't know. But I hope that this sparked a conversation. I hope that this sparked internal dialogue. And I hope that this motivated you into this coming week, into the second half of this week. I just hope that you enjoyed this episode. Take care, guys. I'll see you next week. Hey guys, did you love today's episode? Me too. Every single episode is jam-packed with value, with inspiration, encouragement, and advice as you take on your own business journey. Here's the catch. On YouTube, I only post about 10 to 15 minutes of an episode, but most episodes are between 30 and 40 minutes long, which means you have a lot more content to listen to. So go head over to your favorite listening platform. We love Spotify, but Apple Podcasts or any of the other 25 podcast listening platforms all have Moments with an MEO. So go give it a listen, and don't forget to subscribe and to review it if that platform offers it. All right, guys, see you next week.